Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Muhammadullah. I am a Lawan student at the House of Islamabad campus. Today I am here with a new session of Chatgpt. So let's start. Okay,
Hey there, how's it going?
Chatgpt. My first question from you is:
Hey there, how's it going?
what does the word sorry mean to you? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. For me, the word sorry carries a lot of depth. It's not just a simple expression of regret, but it's also a way to acknowledge a mistake, the responsibility, and often a powerful tool for healing, whether it's in personal relationships, professional contexts, or even in broader social interactions. Ultimately, it's a word that reflects humility and the intention to grow and improve.
Okay, ChatGPT. My next question from you is: why do people say sorry? Give me long and detailed answer for 10 minutes.
There's so many reasons why people say sorry. Um, at its core, it's about acknowledging that something we did may have hurt someone else or disrupted a situation, and to show that they understand the impact of their actions. So about escalate conflicts and promote healing. In some cultures, it's a very integral part of social etiquette and manners. On a deeper level, saying sorry can also be improve. It can also bring closure to a situation and pave the way for forgiveness. All in all it's of saying sorry.
Okay, ChatGPT, my next question from you is saying sorry important in relationship? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely, saying sorry is incredibly important in relationships. It's one of the foundational intimacy. When we apologize, we show that we value the other person's feelings and that we're willing to take responsibility for our actions. What keeps the bond strong is how we address those issues. Apologizing can prevent resentment from building up, and it creates a safe space for both partners to express themselves. It also fosters a culture of openness and vulnerability, which is crucial for long-term connection. Moreover, saying sorry can help both partners grow individually and together, and
Okay, ChatGPT, my next question for you is when was the last time you apologized to someone? Give me long and detailed answer.
That's an interesting question. As an AI, I don't have personal so I don't actually have moments where I'm always to help and support you. Exactly. If you have any other questions or anything else on your mind, just let me know. जरूर कोई बात नहीं ठीक है मैं हाजिर हूँ आप जब भी चाहें बताएं बिल्कुल all right sounds good just let me know if you're ready हाँ बिल्कुल कोई बात नहीं बताइए क्या बात करनी है
Okay, ChatGPT, my next question from my next question from you is why is it
जी
why is
बिल्कुल
it sometimes hard to say sorry? Give me long and detailed answer in English.
of course there are several reasons why saying sorry can be challenging for one it often involves admitting fault and that can be tough for many people because it touch a know the aspect of emotional discomfort sometimes the situation requires an apology can be deeply personal, hard to find the right words. Moreover, and saying sorry sometimes difficult.
ChatGPT minus from you is do you think everyone should learn how to apologize properly? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely, I do think that everyone can benefit from learning how to apologize properly. In healthy relationships, whether personal or professional, when people know how to apologize effectively, it fosters trust, understanding, and empathy, helps to resolve conflicts and prevent. Please also on a broader scale, when everyone embraces the importance of sincere apologies, it can contribute to more harmonious communities and workplaces. It's a skill that also
Okay, ChatGPT minus question from you is what make a good apology?
that Bill DK Take care and feel free to reach out anytime.
ChatGPT, my question is what make a good apology?
Absolutely. A good apology typically includes genuine acknowledgement of what went wrong, taking responsibility without excuses, expressing sincere remorse, and showing a commitment to making things right. It's also important to listen to the other person's feelings and be open to feedback. Uh, Let me know if you'd like more details.
Okay, my next question from
All
you
right. If
is what make a bad apology? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. A bad apology often includes a few key pitfalls. For instance, it might lack sincerity when the apology feels forced or insincere. Another red flag is when someone uses vague language which deflects blame, like saying, I'm sorry if you were offended, rather than taking direct responsibility. Similarly, a bad apology can come across as insincere if it's accompanied by excuses or justifications that undermine the apology. Another issue is when there's no genuine effort to make amends or improve. Lastly, if the apology is rushed or not to rebuild trust. Overall, a good apology is thoughtful, direct, and empathetic, while a bad one lacks these qualities. Absolutely. I'm glad to help.
ChatGPT.
If you have any more questions or need further detail,
Okay,
I'm here
ChatGPT.
for you. Whenever you're ready or have more questions, just, all right, I'm here whenever you need me. Just let me know.
Okay, ChatGPT. My next question from you is why do people avoid saying sorry when even when they are wrong? Give me long and detailed answer.
That's a really insightful question. There are several reasons why people might avoid saying sorry even when they're in the wrong. One major factor is pride and ego. Admitting fault can feel like a blow to one's self esteem, and many people find it difficult to be vulnerable in that way. Additionally, there's often a fear of conflict. Another reason is the fear of repercussions. People might worry that admitting fault could have negative consequences like damaging their reputation, losing trust, or even facing some form of punishment. There can also be cultural or social influences. In some cultures, admitting fault might be seen as a sign of weakness or it might be discouraged. Additionally, sometimes people simply lack awareness or empathy. They might not fully understand the impact of their actions on others, making it harder for them to apologize. And lastly, pride and stubbornness can play a role. Sometimes people just find it hard to let go of their pride, even when they know they're wrong. Overall, it's a complex mix of psychological, social, and emotional factors.
Okay, ChatGPT. My next question from you is how do you feel when someone organizes you to silently give me long and detailed answer? You are giving so short answer.
Of course, I'd be happy to elaborate. When someone organizes feelings depending on the context and if the organization brings clarity, reduces chaos, and helps you feel more in control, it can be reassuring and even empowering to have structure. On the other hand, it might feel you value and depend on mind, and that can lead to feelings of resentment or resistance. In some cases, how you feel might also depend on the relationship you have with that person. If it's someone you trust and respect, you might be more open to their efforts to organize you. But if it's someone who's overbearing or lacks empathy, it might feel more like a control issue. Ultimately, the way you feel can be influenced by a blend of personality, context, and the dynamics of the situation. It's all about balance and how the organization aligns with your own needs and values.
Okay, ChatGPT.
Absolutely. If
My next question from you is do
you're
you believe saying sorry shows strength or weakness? Give me long and detailed answer.
That's a really thought-provoking question. In many cultures, there's a common misconception that saying sorry is a sign of weakness, and this idea often stems from the belief that admitting fault or vulnerability can diminish one's authority or strength. However, in reality, the opposite is often true. Saying sorry actually requires a great deal of courage and emotional intelligence. It takes strength to acknowledge mistakes, take responsibility, and show empathy. In fact, an effective apology can strengthen relationships, build trust, and you show that you value the other person's feelings and that you're committed to personal growth. It also fosters a culture of anger. So rather than being a weakness, a genuine apology is just first and are open to growth and improvement. In essence, it's a hallmark of emotional resilience rather than a sign of weakness.
Okay, ChatGPT. My next question from you is
Of course, I'm ready whenever you.
what are the roots history of the word sorry? Give me long and detailed answer. You are giving me so short answer.
Absolutely, I'd love to dive into that. The word sorry has a fascinating etymology. It ultimately traces back to Old English and even earlier roots in Proto Germanic and Proto Indo European languages. The Old English word sarig meant distressed or full of sorrow. It's closely related to words in other Germanic languages like the Old High German, sorag, and the Gothic sayuas, both of which carry meanings related to grief and sorrow. The Proto Indo European root is thought to be something like sar or se, which generally had connotations of pain or discomfort. Over time, as languages evolve, the word sorry came to encompass not just the sense of personal sorrow or distress, but also the idea of remorse and apology. This evolution reflects how human emotions and social interactions have changed over centuries. What began as a word describing deep personal grief gradually came to represent the act of acknowledging one's mistakes and expressing regret. So the roots of the word sorry are deeply tied to human experiences of emotion, empathy, and social connection. And it's fascinating to see how it's evolved over time.
So this was my interview from ChatGPT. I hope you like it. See you in my next ChatGPT interview. Till then, Allah, please, what is answering about?